first post. Who knows where this will go? I have no idea. But rather than you guys seeing my ugly mug, um, I figured it would be better to show a different piece of art every single time. Now, I have this little extension here that's an ArtStation extension, and this DayZ Bohemia Interactive is by Brian Sola. So check him out if you want. Um, a fellow artist. I am a 3D artist, VFX artist, um, 3D generalist, what have you. I've worked in film. I started out working on television shows, and I worked on several movies and TV shows, more TV shows than movies, but worked on both, and then left Los Angeles and moved to Texas, where I then worked for NASA and did the same kind of thing at NASA, except with people who were basically trying to get money for their for various programs. I worked on the Hubble Surface Mission program. I worked on other programs that I can't really talk about because they're classified. Um, and now I am unemployed, and I have just been laid off with, wow, thousands of other people. Um, my studio was shut down again, like hundreds of other studios at this particular time. Today is, what is it, November 17th, 2025. So if you're watching this video or listening to this video, 5 years from now, I hope it's better. I hope things have looked up. But I felt a need to really partly, or maybe mostly for myself, I don't know. But yeah, I needed to make this video. I'm feeling pretty hopeless. Not so much about myself. I was, lucky enough to make some, smart financial moves, and I'm going to be okay. Even if I don't get another job, I'm going to be okay one way or another. I'm older, so I'm nearing retirement anyway, so this really isn't as much for me as it is just, I don't know, I guess maybe for anybody else out there who is running into the same issues that I'm running into, and maybe is a lot younger, and their outlook on life is a lot more grim than mine. Yeah. So I guess, I don't know. There's nothing I can really say that is going to, I guess, make anything better, because I don't know if it's going to get better. I think it might actually get worse. I wish that, I wish I could say something that would be inspirational and make you feel better. But I can't. I'm not editing this video. I'm just talking right now. I don't have a script. I don't have anything except for my brain flowing into my mouth right now, which is what I'm saying. So, I would suggest to anybody out there who is feeling a bit hopeless or completely hopeless like myself, who might be thinking of, ending it, which is something I think about a lot, even in my position where I told you I'm going to be okay. I'm not out on the street. I'm way better off than so many people. But I know where I've been, and I don't particularly want to go back. I have lived in a trailer without a toilet. No, no shit, no pun intended. Literally had to go poop in the woods out back. I've had creditors call me at 1 o'clock in the morning. So, that was a lot earlier on when I was a lot younger and didn't make as many smart moves as I made later on. But I think that's maybe why I feel the way I feel, because I understand what it's like to go through that. I understand what it's like to break your back and, work at a fertilizer plant, which I did. And, it's one of the hardest jobs I've ever had in my life. And it's probably one of the least paying jobs I've ever had in my life. When you go home and you're just so tired, you just go to sleep. I mean, I see these videos about people talking about side hustles and, do this and do that. And, these people have no idea. They have no idea. They've never done, they're just talking out of their ass. And they've never had to endure the things that most people nowadays in those positions have to endure. Especially if you have kids. I mean, it's just... Anyway, what I was going to say was, I hope that you can find someone, whether it's a wife, whether it's a friend, husband, whatever, dog, cat, bird, some other being in this life that you love, that you want to live for. You want to be for that. You want to be around for that person or that pet or that thing that you love, that being that you love. And you don't want to leave. Because if you leave, then you leave them alone. And that's just not fair. It's hard enough. It's hard enough on everybody. So, if you're thinking that way, just think about the people you love. Think about anything you love, whether it's a tree or, whatever. And if you don't have a friend, and if you don't have a pet, and if you don't have a husband, and if you don't have a wife, then, maybe make friends with somebody. Maybe get a pet. Do whatever it is you have to do to find meaning in your life. It's difficult. It's difficult to find meaning, especially when you're in a position that a lot of us are in right now, where we don't have jobs and we don't know what's going to happen, and we're scared. I mean, we're just scared. So, lean on each other and try to find that thing that can keep you going for that one more day or one more hour. Because, man, I have to believe that things are going to have to get better. I mean, maybe they'll get worse before they get better. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not here to blow sunshine, and I don't have any real answers. I'm just here to let you know that, there's people everywhere that are having the same thoughts and the same ideas and the same problems and the same struggles, and, you're not alone. Basically, that's what I'm saying, is you're not alone. So I'm going to end that there, because I think that's a good place to end it. I hope this helped. And if it did, let me know. I'll make more. If you think I'm full of it, let me know. Maybe I won't make more. I don't know. All right. Be well.